And today we are going to start from dairy cattle house, and I hope you have also already prepared the drawings of these structures and for your practical purpose, and the plan, elevation, and different functions. Then we are going to learn about the different types of dairy house today. The first of all, the size and location of the farm. In our previous class of farm structure and surveying, we also studied about farm street planning, planning of the farm based on the whole area, based on the road, drainage, fields, and everything. And here also the location and sizing of this dairy cattle house is very important from the point of all farm planning, and the individual requirement of the cows and calves should be met before the construction work is started, and similarly the storage buildings should be located at a minimum distance so that the labor requirement or the time in feeding will be minimized. Similarly, milk straining, waiting, cooling, and cleaning of the milk utensil require a significant amount of labor. Location of well-planned milk house should be carefully chosen, and that means we have to process the milk for or store for certain hours. In that purpose, for that purpose also, the milk house should be selected in a proper location. The approach to the highway from the farmhouse would have good advantage of connectivity, and milk house should be located in clean, well drained near the barn, but separated by 6-meter long paved passage. Usually, this milk house is recommended to build at least 6 meters away from the dairy house, so that the flies or other bad smell or contamination from the shed to the milk house will not be affected, and connection from the road to the milk house is also very advantageous, because we have to supply this milk to the market from this road. In tropical areas, mainly the direction of the orientation of the farm in east-west direction with enclosed fencing would be beneficial, and a good drainage system should be built in the area, and mainly drainage is determined by the topography of the site, how much slope or flat is the topography. Mainly in the flat area, designing of drain is very challenging job, because we don't have sufficient grade, sufficient slope to maintain, and proper grading of the land should be required for proper drainage. So we have to select the site, select the cow, farm, cattle shed in a highest point of the farm, so that the proper drainage of this water from natural rainfall, as well as water used in grooming the cows, cleaning the different utensils, can be safely disposed of from shed to the pits. So it will be very beneficial. And there are usually 3 types of dairy housing system, cattle housing system. They include the Stanchion barn, the loose housing barn with milking room, and the open air barn. This Stanchion barn is also called general purpose barn, in which animals are housed and milk in the same building. And mainly in the urban areas where we are going to build the cow farm, we have limited land. At that place, these Stanchion barns are preferred, and mainly in case of Nepal, we can see this type of housing system widely adopted. And another one is the loose housing barn with milking room. In this system of cow farm, here The cows are usually raised in the yard, which may be partially or fully covered, and they are not tied within the stations. They are left free to move within the boundary, and they are usually they are feeded in the area, covered area, paved area, and a lot of part of the farm is also left unpaved. So this is where we have sufficient type of land, and the land, the value of the land, actually the rent of the land is not much. In that condition, loose housing system can be beneficial because it requires less structures than this station barn. Mainly in Western countries, this type of loose housing systems is mostly you can see in US or Australia. This type of system are more adapted, and for this system, separate milking house is built for milking the animal in batches, milking using milking machine. So this house is called milking parlour, and this loose housing system is also called milking house system. We will talk about it in detail in later. And another one is the open air barn. This open air barn is a very primitive type of dairy farms, and in this very traditional type, in this any type of structure is not built, and animals are raised in or feeded in the field, left in the field, and milk also milk there. So it is also called milking barn system, and it is not very common in well-established dairy farm. We can see in our case metric context also, in the especially in the high hills, we can find this different variety of different type of local breeds of cows are raised in the kharkas. I hope you have heard about kharka, where the animals, especially the cows and bullocks, are left in the field for a number of months, and the few shepherds follow them, milk the cow there. They build a small hut there for processing this milk and making churpi or ghee or any other thing. And this type of very traditional type of farm also you can find by the they are usually adopted by the nomads, but not in the well-established dairy farm. And let's talk in more detail about station barn. This station barns offers several advantages over the loose housing system, and mainly where the weather are too hot, we can provide shade to the animals. And it's common type of barn on modern dairy farm having large huts. There's a large number of cattle being handled in one barn unit. Usually a large number of cattle, mostly 40 cows in a shed are recommended in two-line system. 20 cows in one row and 20 cows in another row, and total 40 cows in one same building. And when the number of cows is more than 40, at that condition we keep a small passage between the two buildings, and then again another building can build. And individual feeding and management of animal are possible. The main advantage of this system is all the animals are tied in their own stall. They can't move from one place to another unless untied, loose, and we can feed every animal individually. So special care can be given to every animal. Those which are sick or those which require more attention, we can give this. And usually for sick animals and calves, we build a separate shed called pen barn. And for 8 or more cows, a 2-row barn system is recommended. When we have up to at least up to 7 cows, you can house it in a single row for more than 8 cows. We recommend more than 8 to 40 cows. We recommend for two-row system will be beneficial. And this when building or when keeping these cows in two rows, that may be in face in type or in face out type. We also call it head to head system and tail to tail system. Here in the picture you can see the tail to tail system. Cows are faced to each other, they are faced out, so the tails are inside, and in the middle of these two rows you can see this manure alley from where we can collect the manure. This system is more preferable for milk animal, because milking or cleaning, we can most of the activities in cow farm can be are usually done from the rear side of the animal, rear part of the animal. So this system is more preferred, and you can see here in the picture gutter in both side of the cow. In the middle it is the manure alley. Similarly, the feed are given from the outside of this farm, and there we build manger alley. So this is called face out type or tail to tail system. Animals are faced outside, and usually for the milk animal, and so whenever the barn is to be enclosed, when we are building the fence for closing the cows, protecting the cows from wild animal or from the stray dogs or from the bad weather, in that condition also we can prefer this system. It is important since most of the job are done from the rear part of the animal, and provide easy supervision. From the same alley we can supervise the cows in the both roads at a time, and are commonly built. The width of this farm face out type or tail to tail system is from 10 to 11 meter wide, with sufficient length of accommodation for all the animals, and the central drive sufficiently wide so that the farm tractor can pass through this central drive or manure alley, and the with manure cart, and we can remove the manure from here using the manure cart, and collecting it from the gutters. And the gutters means the drainage. This should be made with sufficient slope, so that the water used and the urine of the animal can pass without clogging, without ponding in the gutter. Here you can see the drawing of the sectional view of a tail to tail barn, that is face out type. Here also you can see the width of the system, usually 10 to 11 meter width based on the size of the animal, and two rows of cows are tied here, kept here using tail to tail system. And for that purpose we build the stall, the place where the cows sit or stand, that is called stall, and the length of the stall is usually 1.5 meter long, and the width will be based on the size of the cow. And here gutters in both sides. Gutters are usually 60 centimeter wide, and 40, usually 45 centimeter, 40 centimeter deep. You can build it, and the center width, the center alley or the manure alley is 1.5 meter width, wide, and on the both side of the cow you can see the manger alley. Manger, one of the thing is manger, where we keep the where we supply the feed, fodders, and also there we will keep the water trough for the purpose of drinking water to the animals, and to provide these feeds to the animal in the manger. We will keep the 1.5 meter wide manger in both sides of the stall, both sides in front of the cow. So there will be two separate mangers for two two separate manger for two separate row of the cow, and manger alley in front of that. And here we have to provide sufficient ventilation for the cow, and we can build the roof as a gable roof system. We already studied about the type of roof in building technology or component of building. So gable roof that is high at the center point will be sufficient, and total height of this roof may vary usually from around 5 meter to 5.5 meter, and the roof should be overhang nearly 0.75 meter of this overhang will be sufficient, and height of the side wall is usually 2.5 up to 2.5 meter from the ground surface, and you can see here the foundation, wall, and truss, everything in this picture. And another one is the face-in type. In face-in type, here the cows, we also call it head-to-head system. Here in this case, the manger alley will be common, because the cows are faced to each other, and we can supply the feed or fodder to the cow at the same time from the central alley. And here in this system, the gutters or the manure alley is outside of the shed. Outside of this protected shaded area. So as the central manure array is illuminated in this design, and the common manger alley is provided for feeding the animal. So here the width of the shed will be reduced to some extent, and in altogether 20% of the floor area can be removed. It will be more economical than tail-to-tail system, and this system is usually prepared for non-milk animal or for bullocks or those other young cows which are not in milking stage. And you can see, and before we study about the sectional view or the side view of the system. We can call it as elevation view. This is the elevation, and here we can see the height of the manger, height of the depth of this gutter, and height of the roof, height of the wall, everything. But this is the picture. This is the top view or plan, we can say it. This is the top view or plan of the this is head-to-head system. You can build this type of plan for tail-to-tail system also, and you can build the elevation for head-to-head system also. But I have put a section for sectional view or elevation view for tail-to-tail, and top view or plan view for head-to-head system. But you can draw both for both systems to show the all features. And here the width, you can see the width of the whole farm is reduced in head-to-head system. Usually in tail-to system it varies from 10 to 11 meters, but here only about 8 meters will be sufficient. And here this is including the gutter, and we can keep the roof quite less from this. And in the central alley for manger is about 1.4 meter only. It will be sufficient, and there is feeding trough and standing place, we call it stall, and the length of the stall is 1.5 meter, and usually the width of the stall is 1.2 meter, and the width of the gutter is 0.6 meter. This sort of design will be sufficient. Okay, and here the floor of the barn should be kept either cemented, concrete, or first class brick laid in cement mortar to secure cleanliness and permanency. We already talked about this cement concrete, types of bricks, and the cement mortar, how we build cement sand mortar, how we prepare the concrete, and what is the types of bricks also. And this type of flooring will provide the cleanliness instead of this giving the mud flooring, and it will also give for permanency. And nowadays, it is in case of Nepal, we can see farmers are using the rubber mat above this concrete flooring, because in case of concrete flooring we can see we can encounter some slippage of the animal, and that will harm, injury the animal. And keeping this concrete floor very smooth will have the chance of slippage, and keeping it more rough may sometimes damage the skins of the animal. So using of these rubber mats just above this concrete flooring, cement flooring is more preferred nowadays, and we can clean them easily. So the floor should be such that the manure can be removed daily, and effective drainage from these stalls, so that the stalls can be kept dry easily and the surrounding can be healthy. The water or urine should not be ponded or logged in this deposited in these stalls. So they should have good drainage, good slope, proper slope of the stall should be maintained, and the gutters should be at least 45 centimeter wide, and sometimes if the number of animal is high, we can increase it up to 60 centimeter. We can increase it up to 16 centimeter, that is 0.6 meter, but at least 45 centimeters should be kept wide, so that construction or cleaning of this gutter should be sufficient, and 15 centimeter depth is minimum, and sometimes we can increase the depth based on our requirement. For an unrestricted flow of drainage water, a minimum flow of 2% be provided, so that the gutter may drain into a manure pit outside the barn. Okay, here for the drainage, the bed slope of the drainage is recommended for 2% slope, so that from the manure pit or gutters, from the gutters, both urine and manure or water can be washed away easily to the manure pit that is built outside from the barn. Here also we will individually talk about the cow stall. The finished floor for the cow floor should be such that the animal will not sleep on it. We already talked about it, and the water should not accumulate on it. We can keep some roughness, but water should not accumulate, and sufficient slope should be provided on the stall, so that the water or urine from this stall will move sufficiently to the gutter. And manger, the width of the manger will be equal to the usually width of the stall, usually 1.2 meter of the stall, and in this 1.2 meter width of the stall, width of the gutter, a portion of it will be placed for arranged for the place of feeds and fodders, and remaining portion will be used for supplying water to the animals. The back of the manger is about 60 centimeter above the floor, so that the cows may not throw the fodder into the feed alley. Here the manger should be high at its back and low at its front side, so it will be easy for the animal to eat the fodder and feed from the manger, and but they should not throw these foods to the manger alley or feed alley. The length of the manger for individual cow is equal to the width of the stall and may be demarcated by 12.5 centimeter high. We can demark the mangers from one cow to another cow with a 12.5 centimeter high walls. And feed area is the passage between the outer wall. In case of tail-to-tail system, feed bin is the passage between the outer wall of the farm and the manger. Here, in which a cart full of silage can be moved, and it should be 1.2 meter width to push this feed cart. And in case of head-to-head system, it will be a common. There will be a common feed alley, central alley, and instead of manure alley. And this should be in the at the same level for the purpose of cleaning, and the water should not log there also. And water bowls for providing drinking water to the animals. There is the water trough should be placed 60 centimeters above the floor, and the growing tendency is to replace the water bowl by a small cement concrete water reservoir of 100 to 125 liters to serve 2 cows side by side. We can build a small tank between 2 cows so that both animals can drink the water from the same bowls at the same time, and providing a common bowl or common tank for both 2 animals actually will minimize our this pipeline system or opening, and this the reservoir can be filled by a inbuilt pipeline system at a time from the reservoir tank. And stations are usually the pipes, ropes. Usually pipes, aluminum pipes are used here, or angle pipes are used to tie the animals, and they are of the oval shape. Here in case of Nepal, we usually tie the animals with the rope, but in Western country we find animals are locked in these stations of oval shape, so that the animal can move their head up and down easily, and move the neck sideways, and they feel comfortable while sitting and standing, and they are not tied in your neck, but they are locked with some simple arrangement. Bottom of the station should not be more than 22.5 centimeters above the floor level. So if this height is more than 22.5 centimeters, then in that case the animal will feel difficult while sitting, and the simple type of locking, unlocking hook system are favored usually to tie this animal. I hope you can see these stations here in this picture. In this image, the animals their heads are locked in these stations. These angle or aluminum or iron pipes, so that they can move their head sideways and up and down. They can easily sit, they can easily stand and eat and drink all these things easily. Okay, then here comes the walls and ceilings of this animal shed. We already talked the height of the side wall should be 2.4 meter height. This should be sufficient. And if we are using the gable roof, that is slope in both sides, then maximum the height will be maximum at the center, and for 10 to 11 meter wide, 10 to 11 meter wide, especially the tail-to-tail system housing, 5 to 5 meter high ceiling at the center will be sufficient, and the walls should be made with good quality of brick, either maybe cement masonry or lime mortar masonry, are strong and economical. Steel roofs are usually preferred. Roof cover may be of asbestos sheet, clay tiles, or CGI. corrugated galvanized iron sheets, and concrete roof. Usually RCC is more costly, and this thatch roof. We already studied about the thatch in material will cause in sanitary conditions water seepage from this thatch roof and chances of fire. In Nepal also, we sometimes see the case of firing in cow farm, and a number of cows are dead and injured because of the this firing of the thatch, or maybe the straw stored near the farm. So we should be careful while storing these things that can catch fire, fodder or feed from the cattle shed, or sufficient distance should be maintained between the shed and the storage house. In case of door and window or double range stall dairy barn, the door should be 2.4 to 2.7 centimeter wide on both sides. On the sides you can build these doors, and generally sliding or collapsible door. Collapsible doors means this channel section door, channel gate or sliding door will be preferred here. And for in case of window, 0.37 square meter of window per cow is desirable for lighting, and we can build a common window for 2 or 3 cows at a time, but the space per cow should be at least 0.37 square meter for sufficient ventilation and lighting. All these things are mainly for station barn or general housing system. And in case of loose housing barn with milking room, here I already mentioned the animals are left free to move in confined area, confined by the fences. It is very simple and economical construction, because only a limited part of the shade is of the farm is provided with shade and provided with these pavings, and we can live some part of the farm without shade, without pavement, so the cost will be reduced. And here the animals are usually feed in the place where it is paved or sheltered, and this loose housing system is usually preferred in the place where the weather is not extremely hot and not extremely cold, and animal can move freely here and there, and animal can rest on the floors. Under hot conditions, it is not even necessary to cover the entire barn. Only a few sheds are constructed. That is, but sometimes we have to protect the animal from hot wind. In that condition also, this is not preferred. Very hot condition. The area required for cow depend upon the climate, inside or outside feeding arrangement, size of cow, and arrange the production of the herd. Average production of the herd. The floor space both for looping as well as feeding may be required in order to 9 to 11 square meter per cow. So here the amount or the area required per cow is quite high. Here feeding means the paved area where we put the feeding trough and all the animals are fed at a time. The disadvantage of the system is that we provide feed to all. We have to provide feed to all the animals at the same time. So there will be competition between the animals during feeding, and we cannot take special attention or special care to special animals. All the animals are left in the same confined area. So for that purpose, we have to keep this water trough and this feed troughs sufficient long, so that all the animals can drink or eat the feed at the same time without much competition. So for that purpose, 70 to 75 5 centimeter wide width of this trough for each cow. You have to count how many cows are there in your farm, and based on that, water trough or this feed trough should be sufficiently long, and you will keep a number of these trough, and so that every cow can eat at the same time. But in the case of Stanchion barn, only you can feed the animal individually. If you feed to one animal, then another animal, turn by turn. So few labor is sufficient. Here you have to be well prepared with this feed before releasing to the animals to the feeding area. And we can build some partition fence in this feeding area and loofing area, so that we can first keep the feed in the trough and only furnish the animal from loofing area, that is resting area, to the feeding area. And here in loose housing system, the animals are usually moved in a separate house. Usually the practice is that after providing feed, you first provide the feed to the animal, and from this feeding area you will bring animal one by one to the milking room. We call it milking parlour, and they are milked there usually in the batches using the milking machines. And after the animals are milked, then we will back them to the loafing area. So there should be also some fence or partitions, so that we can separate the animal already milked and the animal to be milked. होइन त? भनेको यसमा दुध दुहिसकेको गाई र दुना बाँकी रहेको गाई चाहिँ छुट्याउनको लागि पहिला हामीले चाहिँ फिडिङ गर्ने एरियामा सबैलाई फिड दिने रहेछौँ, त्यहाँबाट एउटा एउटा काउलाई गर्दै लान्छौँ, र अब हाम्रो सिस्टम कत्रो ठुलो हड छ, कत्रो साइज छ, त्यो हिसाबले हामीले चाहिँ मिल्किङ पार्लरमा चाहिँ नम्बर अफ एनिमलहरूलाई चाहिँ के गर्ने छ त मिल्क गर्ने रहेछ, र त्यसको लागि चाहिँ मिल्किङ मेसिनहरू युज हुन्छ। र I hope you have already studied about this milking machine in other subject also, होइन? अब नेपालको केसमा चाहिँ हामीले मिल्किङ मेसिनहरू युज गर्दाखेरि युजली पोर्टेबल टाइपको मिल्किङ मेसिनहरू युज दुईटा सिस्टम पाउँछ यसमा। एउटा सिस्टम चाहिँ सेन्ट्रल पाइपलाइन सिस्टम हुन्छ, किनभने यसमा मिल्किङ गर्ने भनेको भ्याकुमले हो। भ्याकुमले चाहिँ त्यो कपहरू लगेर हामीले चाहिँ टिचमा चाहिँ के गरिदिन्छ त यो एनिमलको चाहिँ थुमहरूमा लगेर चाहिँ जोडिदिन्छौँ, र जोडिसके पछाडि चाहिँ उतापट्टि हामीले पम्प चलाउनु पर्यो। पम्पले चाहिँ भ्याकुम क्रिएट गर्छ, र त्यो भ्याकुमले सक्सन गर्छ, र सक्सन गरिसकेपछि चाहिँ हाम्रो कन्टेनरमा मिल्क गरेर कलेक्सन हुन्छ। त्यसको लागि चाहिँ जस्तो यहाँ देखाएको एउटा इन्डिभिजुअल सिस्टम छ, होइन? सेपरेट तपाईँले चाहिँ पम्प चलाएर यो चाहिँ ट्रली राखेको छ, होइन? त्यसलाई चाहिँ घुमाउँदै लिएर जाने एउटा इन्डिभिजुअल काउको लागि त्यसरी गर्न सक्छौँ। अथवा एउटा सेन्ट्रल पाइपलाइन राखेर तपाईँले चाहिँ कुनै एक ठाउँमा चाहिँ त्यसको पम्प मोटर चलाइदिनुहुन्छ, होइन? फर द पर्पज अफ पम्पिङ। त्यस पछाडि चाहिँ त्यो पाइपलाइन राखेको हुन्छ हामीले, युजली जिआईको पाइपलाइन, र हरेक एनिमलको अगाडि पछाडिपट्टि चाहिँ हामीले एउटा एउटा आउटलेट राखेको हुन्छ। त्यो आउटलेट खोल्ने, त्यसमा लगेर यो चाहिँ मेसिनमा चाहिँ जोड्ने, होइन? त्यसपछि आएर चाहिँ तपाईँको त्यसले भ्याकुम क्रिएट हुन्छ। एउटै सेन्ट्रल सिस्टम पनि हुन सक्ने रहेछ, र तपाईँको चाहिँ इन्डिभिजुअल्ली त्यो क्यारी गर्दै लिएर जाने पनि हुने रहेछ। र अब यो चाहिँ हामीले खास गरी यसरी युज गर्ने सेन्ट्रल सिस्टम अथवा तपाईँको यो क्यारी गर्ने सिस्टम भनेर चाहिँ स्टेसन बार्नको लागि हो। तर हामीले मिल्किङ पार्लरमा युज गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ, होइन, हामीले एनिमललाई नै विल ब्रिङ द एनिमल टु द मिल्किङ पार्लर, होइन? यहाँ नम्बर अफ एनिमल हो, यो चाहिँ लार्ज एकदम ठुलो ठुलो हडहरूको लागि युज गरेको केसमा हो। र इन्डिभिजुअल एनिमललाई हामीले लगेर पहिला चाहिँ ब्याच मिल्किङ भन्छ, होइन? यसरी चाहिँ एउटा ब्याचलाई चाहिँ मिल्किङ गरिसक्ने, फेरि त्यहाँबाट काउलाई चाहिँ रिलिज गरिदिने, फेरि अर्को ब्याचलाई चाहिँ मिल्किङ गर्ने, त्यो चाहिँ पर्मानेन्ट स्ट्रक्चर। यसलाई हामीले यसलाई चाहिँ मिल्किङ पार्लर भनेर भनिरहेछौँ। त्यस्तै अब पेन बार्न भनेर छ, इज द एडिसनल एकोमोडेसन फर काल्फ, rearing, housing sick animal, and they should be located away from the main barn or from a part of it, varies from 11 to 17 square meter in area. Either square pen or rectangular pen, when having a minimum width of 3 meter will be sufficient for this use. जस्तै पोल्ट्रीमा त्यति धेरै छैन। पोल्ट्री इन द पोल्ट्री हाउसमा पनि हामीले मेन भनेको चाहिँ यसलाई अब वेदरबाट बचाउनु पर्छ, मोइस्चर, एक्सेसिभ मोइस्चर हैन, बर्ड्सहरू दे ब्रिथ and the moisture from the birds should be removed using the fans, ventilation, and ventilation is more important in case of birds. And we also have to protect these from this state of jackals, these predators. Dampness should be avoided, so proper drainage in this area is recommended. And we should also have to protect the animal from rain and sunlight. So our large window area should be at a height not more than 75 centimeter from the floor level. Window राख्दाखेरि हामीले total floor area को 1/4 area चाहिँ floor area मा डिपेन्ड गर्ने रहेछ, किनभने floor area चाहिँ फेरि केमा नम्बर अफ बोर्ड मा डिपेन्ड गर्छ। टोटल फ्लोर एरिया को चाहिँ 1/4 एरिया चाहिँ विन्डो हुनु पर्यो र विन्डो राख्दा धेरै माथि माथि राख्नु भएन हैन। फ्लोर एरियाबाट 75 सेन्टिमिटर चाहिँ एटलिस्ट हुनु पर्यो, किनभने त्यो बर्डहरु चाहिँ हामीले लोअरले खास गरी चाहिँ डीप लिटर सिस्टमको कुरा हो र लोअर लेभलमै जुन बर्ड्सहरु बसिरहेको छ त्यहाँ तिनीहरुलाई सफिसिएन्ट भेन्टिलेसन पुग्नु पर्यो भन्ने हिसाबले। ओके, पोल्ट्री हाउस also have 3 systems: wire floor poultry house, deep litter poultry house, and cage house. In this wire floor poultry house, these are usually used for birds laying eggs. So here we keep the birds usually in 2 rows हैन। यसमा पनि दुईटा रो बनाउँछौं, बीचमा चाहिँ हामीलाई एउटा एले छ हैन, जहाँ चाहिँ हामीले बर्ड्सहरुलाई चाहिँ अब फिडिङ दिनेदेखि लिएर यसो युजुअली त्यहाँ चाहिँ एगहरु कलेक्सन गर्ने, युजुअली फिड चाहिँ हामीले फिड पनि दिन्छौं र वाटर चाहिँ बाहिरबाट सप्लाई गर्छौं, फिड चाहिँ भित्रपट्टिबाट सप्लाई गर्छौं। र यसमा हामीले चाहिँ अब फ्लोरहरु चाहिँ जमिनबाट अलिकति रेज्ड गरे हुन्छ, हाइट बढाएर राखेको हुन्छ र यो चाहिँ तपाईको फ्लोरहरु जुन बर्ड्सको फ्लोर छ 12 देखि 14 गज को मेटलको चाहिँ वेल्डिङ गरेको फ्लोरहरु चाहिँ सफिसिएन्ट हुन्छ र यो फ्लोर चाहिँ 15% स्लोप बनाएर राखौं, किनभने त्यसको चाहिँ त्यो लिटर्सहरु चाहिँ हैन ड्रपिङ्सहरु चाहिँ त्यसमा चाहिँ अड्केर जमेर नबसोस्, त्यो चाहिँ आइदर मेबी रोल्ड आउट अर तपाईको चाहिँ ड्रपिङ्सहरु चाहिँ तल भुइँमा खस्छ र त्यो चाहिँ हाइट चाहिँ जमिनदेखि हामीले एबभ 45 सेन्टिमिटर एबभ द ग्राउन्ड। र यसको फ्लोर चाहिँ हामीले के गर्छौं त त्यसलाई चाहिँ र्याम्पिङ गरे हुन्छ, भनेको त्यसमा अब सिमेन्टेड गर्दा त हुन्छ तर सिमेन्टेड गर्दा ब्रिक लेइङ गर्दाखेरि कस्टली हुन्छ जान्छ, हामीले इकोनोमिक पनि हेर्नु पर्यो। त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ र्याम्पिङ गर्ने भनेको त्यसलाई चाहिँ खाट्ने हुन्छ हैन। त्यो त्यसपछि त्यहाँ चाहिँ हामीले ड्रपिङ्सहरु चाहिँ इजिली कलेक्सन गर्न मिल्ने हुनु पर्यो। र यसमा तपाईले कम्पोनेन्टहरु हेर्नु भने जस्तो 1 नम्बर दुईटै साइडको हैन, अब एकतिर मात्रै नाम देखाएको छ यहाँ तर बोथ साइडमा छ सिमेट्रिकल टाइप अफ स्ट्रक्चर हैन, बिचबाट हेर्नु भने दुवैतिर हाफ पोर्सन छ र यसको अब हाइट चाहिँ साइड वालको हाइट चाहिँ 2.3 मिटर छ, टोटल विड्थ 5.5 मिटर र सेन्टरको यसले 1.83 मिटर र दुईटा चाहिँ रोको चाहिँ विड्थ 1.83 मिटरै छ र हाम्रो रुफ ग्याबल रुफ छ, दुईपट्टि ओभरह्याङ्गिङ 0.9 मिटर र 1 नम्बरमा तपाईले वाटर ट्रफ भनेर लेखा देख्नुहुन्छ, बोथ साइड वी प्रोवाइड वाटर फ्रम आउटसाइड हैन। त्यसपछि 2 नम्बरमा चाहिँ रुस्ट भएर छ, वेयर द बर्ड्स विल रेस्ट, युजुअली वुडको चाहिँ काठको चाहिँ यो 3 इंच 4 इंचको चाहिँ हामीले सेक्सन बनाएर राखेको हुन्छ र बर्ड्सहरु यो बर्ड्सको नेचरल हुन्छ त्यसरी काठमा गएर बस्न खोज्ने हैन, नेचुरल त्यो ह्याबिट, त्यो कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ रुस्टहरु बनाउनु पर्ने र एग लेइङ गर्नलाई चाहिँ 3 नम्बरमा चाहिँ नेस्ट भएर छ हैन। त्यसपछि एग लेइङ गर्नेमा उले नेस्टहरु खोज्ने रहेछ, त्यसमा विथ स्लोपिङ फ्लोर, नेस्टको चाहिँ फ्लोर चाहिँ हल्का स्लोप छ किनभने त्यो एग लेइङ गरेपछि एग चाहिँ बिस्तारै रोल भएर आउँछ र चाहिँ 8 नम्बरमा तपाईले हेर्नुभयो भने एग रिटेनर भनेको छ, त्यो बिस्तारै गुड्केर आएको एगहरु चाहिँ त्यहाँ बाहिरपट्टि चाहिँ रिटेन भएर अडिएर बस्छ र त्यहाँबाट हामीले चाहिँ कलेक्सन गर्न सक्छौं। त्यस्तै 4 नम्बरमा चाहिँ फिड ट्रफ भएछ, भित्रपट्टिबाट हामीले सेन्टर एरियाबाट चाहिँ के गर्ने छ दुईटैपट्टि फिड सप्लाई गरेर छौं फिड छुट्टैतिर वाटर छुट्टैतिर राखेको छ किनभने वाटर र फिड चाहिँ एकै ठाउँ राख्दाखेरि फिड बिग्रिन सक्छ हैन वाटर चाहिँ स्पिल ओभर हुन सक्छ त्यस्तै 5 नम्बरमा एक्सपेन्डेड मेटल फ्लोर भनेको विथ 15% स्लोप यो चाहिँ अब ड्रपिङ्स त्यहाँ उनीहरू चाहिँ त्योबाट चाहिँ होलहरू हुन्छ ड्रपिङ्स पनि झर्नु पर्यो र अर्को चाहिँ तिनीहरूले फिडिङ गर्ने बेला त्यहाँ आउने फिड खाने र रेस्ट गर्ने बेला चाहिँ रुस्टमा गएर बस्ने त्यो खालको स्ट्रक्चरहरू छ 6 को रुफ भइहाल्यो 20% स्लोप आउटवर्ड त्यस्तै अर्थ फ्लोर 7 मा चाहिँ 7 नम्बर यहाँ राम्रोसँग देखिएन हैन यो फ्लोर हो 7 नम्बर चाहिँ र्याम्प गरेको फ्लोर यति चाहिँ स्ट्रक्चरहरू हुने रहेछ यसमा fecal water trough are suitably located to facilitate the work and the ground floor on which the dropping fall is ramped smooth. The roof of galvanized iron sheet about 20% slope is good enough and it is best to have a overhang of about 1 meter and 5.5 meter wide house. हैन यो एउटा टाइपिकल ड्राइङ हो त्यसैको त्यति नै हुनुपर्छ भन्ने छैन त्यसैको नियर अबाउट हामीले टेन्टेटिभ हैन हुन जान्छ र ओभरअल डाइमेन्सन अफ द हाउस फर 400 birds may be 23 meter long and 5.5 meter wide with central alley of 1.8 meter. The beach को passage चाहिँ 1.8 meter भए पुग्ने र चाहिँ तपाईको टोटल width चाहिँ हैन 5.5 meter भयो भने सफिसिएन्ट विथ ओभरह्याङ्गिङ र तपाईको चाहिँ 23 meter long बनाइयो भने 400 birds एक लेइङ बर्ड्सको लागि सफिसिएन्ट हुन्छ भनेछ अर्को चाहिँ डीप लिटर पोल्ट्री हाउस वी अल सी हैन यो चाहिँ हामीले खास गरी ब्रोइलरहरुको लागि युज गरेर पाउँछौं हैन जहाँ चाहिँ हामीले नाम नै डीप लिटर भनेपछि यसमा चाहिँ हामीले डिफरेन्ट स्ट्रा बार्लीको स्ट्राहरु राइसको व्हीटको स्ट्रा लिभ्स ग्रासेसहरु मेज बाजराको चाहिँ ड्राई स्टक्सहरु चाहिँ युज गर्दा चाहिँ एज अ स्ट्रा र एज अ लिटर र चाहिँ यो चाहिँ 15 देखि 20 सेन्टिमिटर अन द फ्लोर मै हुन्छ र बर्ड चाहिँ तपाईं धेरैले अब यो गर्नु भएको छ पोटेटो रोल गर्नु भएको होला युज गर्नु भएको आई होप दे आर मोर नोन देन दिस टपिक र यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले यसको एउटा एडभान्टेज के रहेछ भने यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले अब धेरै सफा गरिरहनु परेन क्लिनिङ गरिरहनु परेन तर यसलाई हामीले चलाइरहनु पर्छ हैन किनभने ड्राई मेन थिङ इन दिस डीप लिटर सिस्टम इज टु कीप दिस लिटर ड्राई हैन त्यसमा पानी पोखिन दिनु भएन हामीले चाहिँ भेन्टिलेसन अथवा तपाईको ओभरह्याङ्गिङ वाटर रेन वाटर चाहिँ इन्ची हुनु पानी चुइनु भएन तलबाट चाहिँ ग्राउन्ड वाटरबाट चाहिँ क्यापिलर राइज भएर चाहिँ आउनु भएन कहीँबाट सिपेज भएर आउनु भएन त्यो चाहिँ मेन थिङ हो र त्यसपछि हामीले चाहिँ यो युजली 1 इयरमा चाहिँ रिमुभ गरिँदो रहेछ र चाहिँ यसले गुड क्वालिटी मेन्युअर पनि बनाउने रहेछ र ड्राई राख्न सक्यो भने यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले के भन्छ excellent healthy condition for the birds to grow and crowding of birds should be avoided. Provision for plenty of ventilation and protection against sun and rain are essential. Floor area of 0.36 square meter per bird is usually provided. हुन त bird को size अनुसार पनि यसको चाहिँ एरिया भेराइ गर्छ तर इन एभरेज 0.36 centimeter by 60 centimeter for one bird. And 2.4 by 2.4 meter small size can accommodate 16 birds. It is important to keep the litter dry by keeping right number of birds. They were overcrowding by raising the floor level higher than its surrounding level. Ground को पानी चाहिँ भित्र हैन ड्रेन को पानी अथवा रन अफ रेन वाटर चाहिँ बगेर आएर भित्र जाने हुनु भएन बाछिटा जानु हुनु भएन हैन यो I already talked about it. And water trough should be suitably placed so that birds should not spill the drinking water into the floor. This system or the cage house system. This system is usually preferred in warm regions where the bird needs no protection from the cold wind. र यसमा चाहिँ हामीले continuous row बनाउन सक्छौं 1 to 4 rows of cage depending upon the width र हामीले टायर सिस्टम सिंगल टायर 2 टायर 3 टायर भनेको यो चाहिँ हामीले स्टोरी तल्ला यहाँ पिक्चर हेर्न 3 तल्ला देखिन्छ त्यो खालको चाहिँ सिस्टमहरु पनि बनाउँछौं र यो केजहरु चाहिँ वेल्डेड को मेटलको चाहिँ स्टिलहरु चाहिँ वेल्डिङ गरेर बनाएको हुन सक्छ त्यसमा पनि एग रिटेनरहरू हुन्छ, फ्लो अघि नैको हाम्रो चाहिँ जुन के थियो तपाईँको चाहिँ केज हाउस सिस्टम यो चाहिँ हाम्रो वायर फ्लोर सिस्टम र त्यसमा डिफ्रेन्ट के छ भने त्यसमा चाहिँ हामीले अब बर्डहरूलाई इन्डिभिजुअली सेपरेट गरे हुन्न, तर यहाँ चाहिँ एउटा केजमा बढीमा 2टा बर्ड राख्ने गरी हामीले बनाएको हुन्छ र बर्ड्सहरू चाहिँ आफ्नो केजभन्दा बाहिर चाहिँ मुभ गर्न पाउँदैन। त्यो चाहिँ अब त्यो फिड पनि त्यहीँ दिन्छ, वाटर चाहिँ दिन्छ र चाहिँ एग लेङ गर्ने र आफ्नै केजभित्र बसिरहने खालको सिस्टम हो। डाइमेन्सन अफ केज टु हाउस वान बर्ड मे बी 0.6 meter wide, 0.6 meter long, 0.2 meter height and 0.45 meter width. Usually the feeding and watering trough are placed outside the cage so that the operator can easily supply the materials. Droppings are allowed to fall on the earth or concrete floor. यसको चाहिँ मुनि कङ्क्रिटको अथवा अर्बन फ्लोरहरू राख्न हुन सक्छ र हामीले चाहिँ कतिपय चाहिँ केजको मुनिपट्टि चाहिँ रोलरहरू पनि राखेको हुन्छ ड्रपिङ्सहरू कलेक्सन गर्नलाई। Collecting on a slide receiver in multi-tier cage system, dropping should be collected on a slide receiver placed between the two cages. जस्तो अहिलेको हेर्नुहुन्छ भने मल्टी-टायर छ, एउटा दुईटा तीनटा लेयरको चाहिँ राख्नु भएको छ भने एउटाको ड्रपिङ्स अर्कोमा झर्न सक्छ। त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ हामीले के गर्छौँ त तपाईँको चाहिँ एभ्री केजको मुनिपट्टि चाहिँ स्लाइडिङ गर्ने खालको हैन रोलर अथवा स्लाइडिङ गर्ने खालको सिस्टम राखेर पुरै ड्रपिङ्सलाई चाहिँ एक साइडमा कलेक्सन गर्ने, एउटा लेयरको ड्रपिङ अर्को लेयरमा नझर्ने खालको सिस्टमहरू बनाउन सक्छौँ। द केज आर प्लेस्ड बिट्विन 75 and 90 सेन्टिमिटर फ्रम द फ्लोर। अनि अर्को लास्ट चाहिँ हाम्रो बुडर सिस्टम भएको छ, यो चाहिँ टु हाउस अर टु म्यानेज राइजिङ द चिकन्स हैन स्मल बर्ड्स। हाउस राइज फ्रम 3.75 to 3 meters of concrete stationary house or portable type of house may be preferred. Should be light. Portable system should be lightweight, strong, durable, well ventilation, waterproofing material, sufficient overhanging to protect from rain, about 450 square centimeter for each pig is required. Adequate, consider adequate. Then equipment for poultry, one of them is feed trough. 100 gram of feed mixture per hen is required daily. For that purpose, 5 centimeter length of feed hopper is adequate for each bird. एउटा बर्डको लागि चाहिँ त्यो जुन खाने ठाउँ यहाँ ओपनिङ देख्नुहुन्छ त्यो ओपनिङ चाहिँ 5 सेन्टिमिटर चाहिँ हुन जरुरी छ र 100 ग्राम चाहिँ वान दिनमा वान बर्डले चाहिँ खान्छ भन्ने हिसाबले प्लान गर्नु पर्यो। Should be easy to fill, clean, do not waste feed हैन यस्तो खालको चाहिँ and bird cannot roost on them, त्यसमा गएर बस्दिने फोर गर्दिने गर्न पनि भएन। Hanging feeders are also used in small farms हैन स्मल फार्ममा यहाँ धेरै जस्तो ह्याङ्गिङ झुमाएर राख्ने फिडरहरू पनि हुन सक्छ। वाटर ट्रफ 30 लिटर अफ वाटर पर 100 बर्ड्स हुने हिसाबले र अटोमेटिक वाटर सप्लाई हुने के पोन्डिङ भएर बस्ने भन्दा पनि थोरै थोरै पानी निस्किरहने सिस्टमहरू चाहिँ राम्रो मानिने रहेछ र चाहिँ बर्ड्सहरूले त्यसमा गएर कन्टामिनेसन नगरिदियोस्, डट रोड नगरिदियोस् भन्ने हिसाबले प्रोटेक्सन गर्ने मेकानिजम पनि राख्नुपर्ने रहेछ। र अर्को चाहिँ पर्चेज भन्ने छ, पर्च हैन यो चाहिँ हामीले जुन अघि रुस्ट भनेको थियो बर्ड्सहरू बस्नको लागि चाहिँ वुडन हैन राउन्डिङ सेप गरेको 5 by 5 by 4 सेन्टिमिटरको चाहिँ र दिस वुड्स placed at 37.5 centimeter distance हैन त्यो चाहिँ फिडिङ गर्ने कि अनि के अरे बर्ड्सहरु चाहिँ रुस्ट के अरे रेस्ट गर्नलाई चाहिँ यस्तो खालको र एउटाको लेन्थ चाहिँ 1.5 मिटर लेन्थको चाहिँ भयो भने सफिसिएन्ट हुन्छ। त्यो भन्दा लेन्थ भन्दाखेरि धेरै बर्डहरु बस्दाखेरि त्यो भाँचिने चान्सहरु हुने खालको अथवा फुस्किने खालको पनि राख्नु भएन। तपाईले फेन्सिङ गर्नु भएको हुन्छ, अरु चाहिँ त्यसमा पेभ पनि नगरे हुन्छ सक्छ, जस्ट ओपन एरिया हो। तपाईको चाहिँ हर्डले फिडिङ एरियामा आएर खान्छ भने अरु बेला घुम्ने उनीहरु खेल्ने हैन अब काउहरु रेस्ट गर्ने आराम गरेर बस्ने अनि यो के गर्छ रे ग्रोइङ कि के हामी के भन्छौं उभ्राउने भन्छ नि, खाइसकेपछि उनीहरुले चपाउँदै बस्ने त्यो रेस्ट गर्ने एरिया हो।
ड्राइभ भनेको चाहिँ कुन पोर्सन हो एकचोटी भनिदिनु न।
सेन्ट्रल ड्राइभ भनेको हामीले दुईटा रोमा एनिमल राखेको छ भने दुईटा रोको बिचमा चाहिँ ग्याप राख्छौँ। त्यो हेड टु हेडमा पनि हुन सक्ने भयो, टेल टु टेलमा पनि हुन सक्ने भयो। अब हेड टु हेड सिस्टममा हो भने सेन्ट्रल ड्राइभलाई नै हामीले केमा युज गर्छौँ भनेपछि त्यसलाई फिड एलेको रूपमा युज गर्छौँ होइन, मेनुअर एले दुईटैतिर फिड दिन काम लाग्यो। टेल टु टेल सिस्टम हो भने सेन्ट्रल ड्राइभमा चाहिँ अथवा सेन्ट्रल एलेमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ त, त्यहीबाट हामीले चाहिँ मेनुअर उठाउनु पर्यो अथवा अरू मिल्सिङ प्रपोज मेनुअर काट होइन, त्यसको लागि युज गर्नु पर्यो। त्यो बिचको दुईटा रो बिचको चाहिँ प्यासेज जुन छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले सेन्ट्रल एले अथवा सेन्ट्रल ड्राइभ भन्न सक्छौँ।
बानमा के हामीले दुईटा रो भन्दा बढी युज गर्छौँ कि नै? अब
दुईटा रो भन्दा बेसी त गर्न मिलेन एउटा बिल्डिङमा। त दुईटा रोमा राख्नुभयो भने दुईटा रो भनेको दुईटा लाइन है त, दुईटा रो भनेको दुईटा लाइन हो। अब 8वटा भन्दा कम हुँदाखेरि त एउटै लाइनमा हामीले जसरी गाउँघरमा पाले आउँछ त्यसरी देख्नुहुन्छ। अब त्यो लामो धेरै लामो बनाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ भन्दा तपाईँ त्यसैमा के भयो त अर्को थपिदिँदाखेरि चाहिँ दुईटा रो बनाउँदा मोर इकोनोमिकल भयो। र युजली के भन्छ भने 40वटासम्म काउ हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ हामीले एउटै बिल्डिङ बनाउने, त्यहाँभन्दा पनि धेरै लामो भयो भने फेरि सेपरेट बिल्डिङ बनाउन चाहिँ एडभान्टेजेस हुन्छ भनेर भनिन्छ। किनभने तपाईँले त्यो सर्भिस प्रोभाइड गर्ने हिसाबले पनि धेरै लामो पर कुनाकोमा जानु पर्यो, धेरै क्यारी गरेर लिएर जानु पर्यो फिडहरू, त्यो हिसाबले पनि। And today, swine production. I hope you have already studied the other subject, swine or pig or poultry or anything, where we have studied about the requirements of different operations that need to be carried out in swine farming. Here we will talk about only about the requirement of the structures or buildings. And for the purpose, first we have to know about the several stages involved in swine production. First then is breeding and gestation, another is farrowing and nursing, and then next comes the stage of weaning of the piglets, and then growing of the piglets, and last we will finish them to supply to the market when their weights will increase from 100 to 200 pounds or more. Breeding and feeding facilities are required for each of these of the facilities may be combined to solve one or more combinations of the stream. It means we can build separate building or separate compartment for the pigs or swine to do all these activities separately, or a single building may solve for combination of these, any of these operations. So mainly we talk about swine housing, then two system of swine rearing we find. One is pasture system and another is confined system. In pasture system, the pigs are allowed to range freely in the land, and the scalage of anything, whatever they get in the garbage they find and feed on them. And that in many Latin American and most African countries this pasture system is found, and in our case also in traditional method of rearing swine we can find pasture system. But in a commercial farming system, mainly in Southeast Asia, this confined or penned house are more popular rather than free range. So this type of confined housing system consists of three systems. One is one building system, other is two building system, and the last is three building systems. Here in one building system, all the activities that we mentioned before will be done in the same building. In two building system, whole process will be carried out in two separate buildings. Up to a limit, it will be confined to a single building, and after that, for finishing or weaning, we will shift the piglets from one house, or we can separate the piglets from other to next house. And in three building systems also, mainly in modern commercial farms, we can use three building systems where we can give special attention and care to the buildings. Let's see it in more detail. In one building system, the pigs are harrowed, weaned, and finished all in the same pen for a period of 24 weeks. That means 24 weeks is sufficient for the piglet to sell to the market. So the pigs are harrowed. They are not the nursing or harrowing will go, and weaning means feeding them with the external source, and finishing them for the market which we done in the same building. Although this system can be used for farming, the finishing is no longer common. In commercial farms, this system is not adopted nowadays, and the pigs used for feeder pig production up to 50 pound of weight and 4 liters per year can be produced. That means 4 batches can be produced in this one building system. And instead of one building system, we can use 2 building systems. In which system the pigs are harrowed, nursed, and weaned to about 12 weeks in one building, and then after 12 weeks they will be shifted to another building where finishing of the product focused. 2 liters are good into each pen after sorting by the weight and river based on the weight and how fast, how rapidly they are growing. We can separate these piglets in different categories, and a 4 liter system per year can be produced in this system, this building system also. This 3 building system is what more commonly used in commercial farming, where large herd of the animals are rearing, and it permits for 6 or more harrowing per year. The pigs are harrowed in stall where they are kept until in the first building. When the piglets rely on their mother for the milk, up to that stage we will keep them with the mother, and after that when they start supplementing diet, then our external source, then we will transfer to the another building in the body until the body would reach 75 to 120 pounds, and the piglets are provided with supplement heat, and after that at last the stage they will be transferred to another building, third building, where they are weaned, they are feeded, and ultimately they will be made ready to the market when their weight is about 200 pounds or more. So to build this swine house, we have to prepare the proper space for the animals or for the pigs. So natural source, gate and doors require 15 to 20 square feet for each animal. The total area should be around 15 to 20 square feet, and gills with piglets and natural source with piglets require at least 50 to 65 square feet of space, and overall pigs to 75 pounds require 5 to 6 square feet, and the piglets, when they increase in their weight or in their size, they also require more space, that is from 6 to 7 square feet, and in the last final stage they require 8 to 10 square feet for each animal. And here is one of the diagram for the farrowing crate, and this farrowing crate is the place where the pigs give birth to their animals. They are nursed here also, and the show will provide milk to their piglets. All these things are given in this farrowing crate, and this special design is for two animals, two mothers at the same time. Here you can see a number of these bars, we call it guardrails, where the animal is confined, and the space on the both side of this farrow crate is for the piglets. Because the animal during farrowing animal may be rolling, so the may roll, so the young piglets, newborn piglets may not be sufficiently quick enough to avoid themselves from being laid by their mother, or they may be sophisticated or squashed, or they may die because of this rolling of their mother. So the farmers can reach to the piglets or so during farrowing, and they can separate their piglets from this farrowing crate to the piglet position. And these piglets can also there is a small cabinet for two different farrow crates. We call it piglet house. They can stay on the piglet house, or they can rest on this or play on the this passage between two sides between this farrow crate. And this is a very common design for farrowing. And the size of this farrow crate also will be based on the size of the breed of the animal. But we can say each farrow crate may be 4.5 to 5 meter wide and 8 meter long in size. Here also in the picture we can see the dimension of the length of about 3.6 meter is shown, and 2.2 meter in width. We can convert it into the feet. And farrowing crates or guardrails around the wall of the farrow crate create a space where the piglet can lay down while nursing and still be protected from the weight of the snow. So these widths allow from 1.5 to 1.25 of the space on both sides of the 2 feet wide stall for the piglets. This is the stall for the piglets, where piglets can play or run or lay down. The bottom guardrail should be about 15 to 18 inches off the ground. Here in the picture you can see a number of pipes are fitted, and these are called the guardrails, and this is to confine the mother. And the first guardrail from the ground should be at least 15 to 18 inches from the ground, so that the piglet can pass here and there. If this guardrail is below, then it will be difficult for the newly born or young piglets to move. The size of the farrow crate also depends on the size of the soil locally. I already told it. And we have to keep in mind that while building these farm structures, we have to always be concerned about the cost of the building, because the expensive farm structure will ultimately reason for the economic viability of the farm. So the local materials that are available should be and that are strong, sufficient, should be selected. So to build this crate, we can use bamboo, wood, or pipes also. And for feeders in the different building systems, not only in farrow crate but also in other buildings where we move these piglets from for after oiling or for finishing, we can use trough or crib feeding for either feeder or supplying feed to these animals. One of the best feeder is the trough, good either by dry feed or for both for weight mass. And feed feeding practice of feeding concentrated to the young building in a separate enclosure away from their dams, especially for the young piglets, because they may waste these feeds in the stall and make dirty. And watering purpose, we can build concrete trough or water balls and these buckets heavy buckets with 3 inch of pipe, piece of pipe in the bottom for draining would be sufficient, would be suitable, and sometimes we can use even box for watering the animals. And here we can see a universal pen where of 3 different designs. Here you can see the trough for feeding the animal and the stall or the farrow crate where the animal may lie, and another one is the manure alley where we can see a typical diagrams, and the slope should be maintained in the stall so that the urine and water from the stall passes to the manure alley, from the manure alley to the gutter, and based on our requirements we can separate this area universal pan with creep area where the piglets may run or they may rest or feed based upon the size of the piglet. After the number of weeks they are born, we can change some alignment in the this pen based on the space required by the pen. This is a single, actually this pen is for a single row pig house system here. That means your single row system मा चाहिँ के छ त तपाईले ग्याबल रुफ एउटा घर बनाउनु हो भने अगाडिपटि चाहिँ मेन्जर राख्नुपर्छ, मेन्जर फिड हाले हैन, फिड दिनुहुन्छ ट्रफमा एक लाइन मात्रै छ र त्यसमा तपाईले हेर्नुहुन्छ स्टलमा चाहिँ 2% को चाहिँ के छ स्लोप राखेको छ हैन। त्यसपछि चाहिँ त्यसको त्यो भन्दा बाहिरपछि चाहिँ आउटसाइड अफ दिस रुफ भन्दा बाहिर चाहिँ हामीले मेन्युअर एले भनेर राखेको छ जहाँ चाहिँ हामीले मेन्युअरहरु कलेक्सन गर्नको लागि त्यो चाहिँ एलिमेन्ट राखेको छ र त्यो भन्दा बाहिर पनि तपाईको चाहिँ के छ गटरहरु छ हैन। त्यसले चाहिँ तपाईले ड्रइङहरु चाहिँ प्र्याक्टिकलमा चाहिँ यस्तै खालको ड्रइङहरु बनाउनु भएको पनि होला। यो प्रिपेयर द ड्रइङ अफ सिंगल रोड युनिट एन्ड अर्को चाहिँ के हुन्छ त डबल रो पेज युनिट भनेर हुन सक्छ। यसमा चाहिँ अहिले जस्तै हामीले युनिभर्सल प्यानलाई चाहिँ दुईटा साइडमा राख्यौं र बीचमा चाहिँ के गर्यो त एउटा चाहिँ फिड एले चाहिँ कमन बनायौं हैन। हेड टु हेड सिस्टम जस्तै भयो काउ फार्ममा हेड टु हेड भने जस्तै र दुईपट्टि हामीले चाहिँ ट्रफ राखेका छौं मेबी फर वाटरिङ फर फिड हैन। त्यसपछि चाहिँ यसको पनि अहिले जस्तै अब साइड बाइ साइड चाहिँ हामीले पेन अथवा स्टल राखेका छौं। त्योभन्दा बाहिरपट्टि चाहिँ के छ मेन्युअर एले छ है, त्यसभन्दा बाहिर चाहिँ गटर हुन्छ र यसरी हामीले रिक्वायरमेन्ट अनुसार त्यसमा फिडहरु राख्ने मेडिसिनहरु राख्ने त्यसको लागि पनि एउटा सेपरेट रुम चाहिँ बनाउन सक्ने रहेछौं र हाम्रो रिक्वायरमेन्ट अनुसार त्यसमा जुन गार्ड रेल्सहरु छ त्यो गार्ड रेल्सहरु चाहिँ हामीले पार्टिसन भनौं न फर एक्जाम्पल त्यसलाई चाहिँ घटाउन बढाउन मिल्यो किनभने जब त्यो तपाईको चाहिँ पिल्लेसको साइजहरु हैन जस्तै तपाईको चाहिँ एनिमल चाहिँ अब जेस्टेसन पिरियडमा छ अथवा चाहिँ तपाईको फ्यारिङ गर्ने अथवा त्यसको प्रोसेसको हिसाबले हामीले चाहिँ यसको स्पेसिङहरु चाहिँ आउटर बाउन्ड्री त एउटै भयो, भित्र एभ्री पेन भित्रको एरियालाई चाहिँ हामीले प्रिपरेसन गर्न सक्छौं विथ मुभिङ विथ गार्ड रेल्स। अनि त्यसको यहाँनिर फ्रन्ट भ्यूहरुसँग अहिलेको चाहिँ प्लान भयो टप भ्यू त्यो चाहिँ हामीले फ्रन्ट भ्यू हेर्यो भने चाहिँ बिचको चाहिँ के भन्छ प्यासेज 93 सेन्टिमिटर त्यस्तै तपाईको चाहिँ 3000 mm भनेको चाहिँ 3 मिटर लामो चाहिँ के रहेछ युजली स्टल रहेछ र बाहिरपट्टिको चाहिँ म्यानुअल एले रहेछ। त्योभन्दा बाहिर चाहिँ गटर भनेर भन्न सकिने रहेछ। त्यसैले डिफ्रेन्ट डिजाइन सिमिलर टु it was from the storage plant, then topic related to farm structure.